Hello, scholars. This slideshow focuses on how to conduct scholarly research on your semester research project. It builds on some of the information from the Library Research Strategies web course that you should have done, showing you how to use those research strategies for our class specifically. Your goal for the literature review is to provide an overview of the existing research conversations surrounding your topic, identifying what is already known about your topic and what questions have not been answered by previous secondary research that you could answer through primary research. Follow these steps to conduct the literature review. Hopefully, you've already developed a guiding research question. Be sure to read the feedback I provided on the research question assignment. Brainstorm search terms. Be sure to include terms that help you find sources from the field of writing and rhetoric. So add terms like rhetoric, genre, or discourse to your search. Use different combinations of search terms in different databases. Find and skim relevant sources. Read abstracts when available. Use relevant sources to help find additional sources using citation tracing. Read and summarize sources. Synthesize sources and identify gaps in research. Conduct additional research as necessary to reach concept saturation. Then revise research question based on gaps in existing research. You should only use scholarly sources for your annotated bibliography and literature review. Scholarly research is written by experts in a specific academic field for other members of that research community. Scholarly sources include articles from peer-reviewed journals and chapters from books. Conference papers and chapters from dissertations may also be used. Popular sources are accepted only in the first few introductory paragraphs before the body of the literature review begins. Use popular sources in the Lit Review introduction to provide background and up-to-date contexts needed to understand your topic. In addition to search terms related to your specific topic, also consider broader subjects or categories that involve related conversations. For example, if you're looking at a specific celebrity's fandom, in addition to searching for just that specific celebrity, also search for searches without the celebrity's name, and instead just the categories celebrity and fandom. Your goal is to introduce the most relevant conversations, and many conversations are subsets of broader conversations. You may need to introduce the concept of celebrity studies before specific research conversations surrounding Taylor Swift. In addition to search terms related to topics and subjects, also include search terms related to writing and rhetoric frameworks. Use different combinations of the following words combined with search terms related to your specific topic. Try words like rhetoric, genre, discourse, discourse community, writing, and literacy. You're expected to use multiple library databases for this project. Scholarly journal articles are accessed through databases, which often require a subscription. And the UCF library spends millions of dollars on these database subscriptions, and that's your tuition dollars. Take advantage of both the library's general databases and subject-specific databases to find the best sources. A general database contains sources for multiple disciplines. These are good for getting lots of results. Subject-specific databases contain sources from a specific academic discipline or about a specific topic. You may get fewer results from these databases, but they're more likely to be relevant. Two sort of mega databases are UCF's Prime Search and Google Scholar. These databases search smaller databases to gather a huge number of results. Some Google Scholar sources require purchase or subscription. You should never pay for those sources while you're in college. Watch the linked video for directions on how to link Google Scholar to the UCF library, allowing you to access many sources from Google for free. If the source is not provided or not provided in full text, you may copy the information and use the library's interlibrary loan to request any source. Digitized sources can often be mailed in just a day or two. Sometimes if it's a book, it might take a week or more. While many of your sources may be found through general databases, I hope to see you taking advantage of subject-specific databases too. These usually offer fewer but more relevant results. Communication and Mass Media Complete is one subject-specific database I expect everyone to use for this project. The library has databases organized by subject, and I provided a handout of some relevant databases you might try. I expect to see certain databases for certain projects. For example, if your research topic is about movie trailers, I expect you to use the database Film and Television Index. Or if your topic relates to psychology, then you should use PsycInfo at least once. All students are required to attempt to find sources from the following databases: Communication and Mass Media Complete, JSTOR, Primo Search, and Google Scholar. For MLA reference citations, you're required to include the database where you found the source, so keep track of where you found each source. You'll be graded on using a variety of relevant databases as expressed in your reference citations. Primo Search is a metadatabase in that it searches and then will lead you to different databases where the source is actually located. Use the database name that you clicked to get full access. The database here in this example is either Academic Search Premier or Taylor Francis Social Science and Humanities Library. Pay attention to which one you clicked and include the database information in your MLA reference citation. If Google Scholar takes you directly to the article without having to click from another page, you can use Google Scholar as the database name. However, Google Scholar will often bring you to another database instead. The database name will usually be located in the upper left-hand corner. The database in this example is Sage Journals. Once you've found several key sources for your topic, use them to find additional sources related to your topic and help achieve concept saturation by tracing citations from those key sources. Two resources for citation tracing are citations from the Works Cited page. Find the sources that were cited in the key source. This will take you backwards in time. Or try Google Scholar's Cited By feature. Find sources that cited some of the key sources in more recent research. Citation tracing will make synthesizing your sources easier because there will be a clear relationship between them. Check out this video for more. Your next step should be to brainstorm a list of search terms, remembering to include both broad categories and search terms related to theoretical frameworks. Start searching the required databases. Keep track of which database you found each source from. Continue searching in relevant subject-specific databases. Use citation tracing to find additional relevant sources. And remember that you're going to need a minimum of 8 sources for the upcoming project planning assignments, but you'll likely need about 12 to 16 sources to fully introduce the research conversation and create convincing topic generalizations. Good luck with your research, and don't forget you can visit me in office hours for more help finding sources. Bye.